There's a look at one of the most iconic sports venues in the lower 48, built back in 1957 under the title of City Stadium. We are at Lambeau Field in Green Bay, Wisconsin. Today, it's a black and blue matchup in the NFC North between the Minnesota Vikings and the Green Bay Packers. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he maneuvers up the middle for 3, and it's second down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. First carry now for A.J. Dillon. Oh, what a juke into space. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. 17 yards on the play there as the Packers have the first down as well. Defensively, they were in the 3-4. Solid run up the middle. What made it successful?
Well, what you have to do is control the nose guard, but sometimes you don't do it by blocking him. You do it by influencing him. Get him moving to one side or the other and hit him back on the opposite.
A run with Jones on first down, not going to yield much. A yard tops. Second down coming up. Now they'll throw with Rodgers. And that nearly an interception here on this opening drive, but he gets a reprieve. It's third down.
Oh, man, that was close. The opportunity to change momentum, big play, right in his hands, unable to come down with it.
A sigh of relief, no doubt, on offense that fell harmlessly to the ground. Throwing is Rodgers on third down. It's caught inside the 25. An excellent pickup of 34 yards.
We expected this defense to be tested by this passing game coming into this one, and there's an example on this first possession of the game.
So the big play gets them all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. They go back to the ground with Jones. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. Here's 2nd and 9. And they're knocking on the door now as a good run there. Going to take this to about the 10-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10. The impressive opening drive continues and just space being created by those guys up front.
We're seeing this the same way, aren't we? We are seeing an offensive line, as this game gets started, as it starts to unfold, that they are dominating the line of scrimmage.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. Got his tight end. That's complete. It's Lewis. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5. Not a big window to throw. Coverage wasn't too bad there.
Yeah, they had him under wraps pretty well, but somehow able to muscle his way open and catch the ball.
5 yards remain on 2nd down. On play action. Now Rodgers. And it's caught. Just a gain of a couple there. And this will wind up being a 3rd and 3.
I think it's okay there. They didn't get a whole lot on that play, but it's nice to have a safety valve that's built like this guy. Big target, guy you can spot pretty easily. Put it on him when your other targets aren't open.
So play number 10 now coming. It's been a long opening drive, but this is 3rd down. Rodgers now to throw. Touchdown, Packers. Sammy Watkins from 3 yards out. And the Packers will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Right off the bat, they start with a very solid, methodical 10-play drive.
And you know me, I tend to look at things from the defensive side. They're coming off the field gassed right away. We're in the first drive of the game. So it's not just what happened, but think of the emotion you carry into a game. Then double it with getting a 10-play drive put on you and points scored. They're pretty tired right now.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Keneduagu now out of his end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. They start the drive with Cook. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. The tackle made by Kingsley Enagbare. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They go play action. Cousins. Looking sideline, incomplete. He was trying to find Justin Jefferson there, and it's 3rd down.
That was well defended. They clamped down on every available receiver. Just got to give the win to the defense on that snap.
They come up to the line now facing a 3rd and 10 after the incompletion. To throw, Cousins. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Yeah, it's still early in the game. No sense taking a chance on 3rd down and forcing one into traffic. So I like the wise play he made there. Get it to the sideline out of bounds where no one's going to have a chance at it.
So on 4th down, Ryan Wright on to punt for Minnesota. It'll be a net of 40 yards there following a 43-yard punt, 3-yard return, and it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Rodgers. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. An extra defender in the secondary for the Vikings here on 3rd down. Here's Rodgers to throw. He has it complete to Christian Watson. And he's going to have a Packers 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, it's almost as if they didn't leave the field after their first drive. They picked right up where they left off. Another good throw there. And this offense, humming here in the early going.
On 1st down, Rodgers. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Here's Rodgers. He'll hit Watkins on the crossing route. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down. Had the offense humming on the first drive. Not much has changed here on drive number 2.
No, and I think a lot of times confidence just really kicks in for a team. They may have been confident going into the game, but once you prove it on a drive, it's hard to get out of that mindset, isn't it? And look, let's face it, we can always lock in on the skill position, guys. But those big fellas up front, they're really making this offense go early in the game.
Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Rodgers. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Christian Watson, the man he was looking for. And it'll bring up 3rd down. To throw is Rodgers. This is caught. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Oh, that was a pretty route right there because it's all about finding a window on a route like that. He lined up on his left, ran the deep in route over the middle, and the ball was right where it needed to be. Really good trust between quarterback and receiver. Really good completion.
They'll run here with Dillon. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Back for the 2nd quarter in Green Bay. It's the Packers in possession of the football as they come up now 2nd and goal. Dillon again. And a second effort gets him in. Touchdown, Packers. A.J. Dillon taking it in from 2 yards out. And the Packers have taken a 2-touchdown lead now. And they would not be denied on the ground, powering it in just 1 play after they got stopped short.
And how about how many tight ends were on the field? Because in today's NFL, we think of the tight end more as a pass catcher. But this group, they tell them you've got to be able to run block to stay on this team. And they committed to it and got it done right there.
Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still 2nd quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay. From the 36, Cousins. And that's complete to K.J. Osborne. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. Off the play fake, Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that'll make it second down.
As a defense, you're more balanced when you're in zone coverage because you're able to keep your eyes on the quarterback and see the play develop in front of you. They're able to keep the quick pass in front of them and stop it right at the line of scrimmage.
To throw again on second down. Cousins. Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
Meanwhile, Cousins' throw pulled in by Jefferson. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Working with a 2nd and 4. To the air again, it's Cousins. Toward the sideline, he will have the first down. Good catch. He was able to keep the feet in bounds. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see?
Matt LaFleur loudly voicing his objections to that previous call. He's going to throw out the red challenge flag. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Play fake. Cousins. Oh, he rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Rasul Douglas picks it. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now 21-0. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Back to it after the pick six. Cousins. That is caught by Thielen. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
And I don't think there's any question that this offense is going to need to hit on a few more plays like this. It's been a difficult first half for them, to say the least. And I do believe if they want to get back in this game, they need to start right now. It's kind of like making adjustments. If you try and wait until the half, it's probably too late. They need to get going right here.
Cousins, throw caught there by Osborne. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Throwing is Cousins. And that's going to be too high. Out of bounds and incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Cousins gives way to Cook. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. They could not contain Kenny Clark as he gets home for the sack.
3 scores down, not even a halftime yet. They are not getting much generated offensively. They've got to figure it out.
It's tough because this defense just seems to be playing with so much confidence right now.
They really are. They are on their toes, and they're getting at them.
First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And he didn't quite have the backspin on that one. It hits at the 4 and continues into the end zone. It's a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Quick slant to Watson. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Rodgers' throw here pulled in by Lazard. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Rodgers teaming up with Lazard there for a Packer first down.
Let's just call it what it is. This has been a flat-out struggle for this defense all game long. They've really had a hard time slowing them down. And while I'm not big on speeches and guys jumping up and down, they might need their team leader on defense to get in their face right now and light a fire under these guys. They've got to start playing better assignment football and start getting guys on the ground.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. On 2nd and a couple, Rodgers to the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. So back-to-back plays, each get nothing. And now it's 3rd and 3.
Love the effort, love the dramatics. Getting the feet down. How about a little step shuffle along the sideline there, almost like a great ballet dancer or a tap dancer. All for no gain, though?
I was going to say, it's so pretty, and it gets you nothing. He'll find Jones again, complete. Then he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Packer first down.
Well, things are definitely going right for them here in the first half. Pick it down, any down, even 3rd down, no problem. They get a connection there and pick up a fresh set of downs, continuing to move the ball.
Rodgers now on first down. Wide open is Watkins. He's got him. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And he's got his man. Touchdown, Green Bay. It's Allen Lazard from 19 yards away. And the Packers are able to add on to their first half lead. But it's not too often that you say, hey, this one, and I believe they buzzed down. They're going to take another look at this play with all reviews coming from the replay official here in the final 2 minutes of the half. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right. Crosby connects on the extra point, and it is 28-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Crosby to kick it away. Fields it right around the goal line. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First down. Here's Cousins. This one brought in by Jefferson. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Cousins. That's caught by the big tight end, T.J. Hockenson. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Second down and 3. Now Cousins. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Cook. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 38-yard line. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
We always talk about having to read defenses and how complicated that is. Well, this was an excellent read. Read the pressure and got rid of the football before it even got to him for a nice gain.
And when they're blitzing like that, running back usually a good spot to go with a football?
Without a doubt, because he's right in your sight line or he's near you. So you're able to just get it to him easily. And once he gets in space, that's usually a good matchup for him.
The Vikings going to use their third and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. Right hash, 37-yard attempt. The kick by Joseph is good, and that drops a deficit from 28 to 25. Now, maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
Let's focus in on what we gotta do here. Let's go do this thing, baby. Go, baby.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. So we're at halftime here at Lambeau with the Packers taking the lead to the break. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Vikings set to receive the second half kickoff, and they trail it here as we resume play. This taken in at the goal line. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Cousins and the Vikings with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. On play action, they'll throw. This one into the hands of Thielen. And they work this well upfield across the 45. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Left side, Cook. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2. Now that ground game just continues to struggle to really get any momentum in this ball game, Charles. And I mean, you're at the point here, third quarter, down 4 scores, probably going to have to put it in the air.
Oh, no question about it. So that's your only chance, your only opportunity. But think of the pressure you just put on your offensive line, because if you're a pass rusher, you're not even thinking about them running the football. All you're doing is getting into that sprinter stance and going after the quarterback.
2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over, that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
They'll try the middle with Cook. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be 2nd down. Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Cousins able to find Jefferson here, complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Cousins now. And complete, right side to Cook. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. That puts him in excellent position, 1st and goal after a gain of 19.
And that's a nice job of working his way open down in the red zone. Looked that one in and then made a beeline for the pylon. He didn't quite get there, and you want to give him a little extra for the effort. But instead, he sets his guys up in excellent shape with a 1st and goal.
Cook is not going anywhere. He'll be hit and dropped for no gain at the 2-yard line. Nothing at all on that one. It'll be 2nd down. So stuffed from the 2. Now what?
You know me pretty well. What do you think I want here?
Play action?
Definitely. Let him get outside and create. And if he has to run it, he has a little bit more space.
On 2nd and goal. Cousins under pressure. Down he goes. Sacked at the 10. And that one really pushes him back. A loss of 9. And now it's 3rd and goal after the sack. Here's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
His impatience has to be bubbling over, trying to find a way to get his team to the end zone for the first time. He did find a way to break contain and get outside to buy his receivers a little extra time, but the connection couldn't be made on that throw.
Fourth down, field goal try coming, so Cousins is off, and on comes Greg Joseph for Minnesota. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. Joseph's got it, and they're back within 3 scores as it's now a 22-point game. So he splits the uprights, and has to be a nice feeling. Right when it left his foot, knew it was good.
Yeah, just like a good three-point shooter in basketball, right? Release the ball, fall back on defense without even looking. You know it's going in the hoop.
Let's get something going now. Hey, let's go. I'm coming. Get something together. Play smart, baby.
Joseph now to kick this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And this return will net positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And he'll get this up just shy of the 30. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Rodgers now to throw. Caught by Cobb. So the completion good for 7 there. And 3rd and 1 now.
I always laugh when people say, what's the toughest route to defend? And I'm like, any of them, especially if it's a good receiver. That makes things very difficult. But when you're running a drag route, something short, shallow, going through defenders, using guys almost as screens in order to get open, that makes things tough for guys trying to get to the football.
Able to find Lazard. And he's going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a first down carry by Jones. And he'll maneuver his way forward for about 4. 2nd and 6. They'll come out in a 4-receiver look. 3 men to the right side on 2nd and 6. On play action, it's Rodgers. This is Lazard with a catch out left. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it with Jones. He needed 2, he got 1, and that's going to leave him with 4th down at a yard.
And, partner, when you run the ball on 3rd and 2, you're telling the whole world you've got nothing but confidence in your offensive line and your runner, and you expect to get it. But they were stuffed on that play, only got 1 yard. Great job by the defensive front, the linebackers, everyone got involved to force a 4th down.
O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now Cousins. Catch is made by Hockenson, the tight end. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. To throw is Cousins. But going back to the same well, it's Hockenson again. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And that's going to bring up a 4th down.
I thought they might take a shot down the field, but instead they ran a little drag route there. I think they were hoping he could catch it and run away from the defender. But a really good job keeping the play in front of them, and they force a 4th down.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's Rodgers on the return. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now at Lambeau. About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the 4th quarter, Charles, but you got the football. You're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
And here's Jones again on 2nd down. Not much there, maybe a couple up to the 35. The offense on 3rd down, they've been excellent, 6 for 7. This is 3rd and 4. On 3rd down, here's Jones. And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
They tried to run right into the teeth of the defense on 3rd down, but looked like those teeth were pretty sharp.
They were having absolutely none of it, stuffed them for a loss.
Yeah, couldn't get any leverage up front and move people aside in order to run the ball.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. And this returnable for Rager. A 7-yard return following a punt of 45 yards. And it will be Vikings ball, 1st and 10. Throwing, Cousins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Cousins. Eluding the pressure right. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it. Well, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. It's Kingsley Enagbari finding a way in to bring him down.
Well, partner, you and I will be headed to the airport, but after this game, when it's interview time, someone's going to ask this quarterback what hurt worse, the interceptions or the sacks. His whole day, it's been rough. Barring a miraculous comeback, this offense isn't going to win this game, but he's probably going to say what hurt most is the loss.
Rodgers on the return. A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return. And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll begin the drive with a run by Dillon. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to the ground, this time with Jones. 2 yards the gain there, and now they're left with a third and about 4 for a first. Rodgers going to throw. Yeah, that one's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, fourth quarter with a 3-score lead here, Charles, but they're still going back to the air and looking for more points.
Well, with this game well in hand, it's an opportunity for the guys to come off the bench and get a chance to play. And a lot of coaches, they want to run their full playbook no matter who's on the field.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he's on to punt for Green Bay. No returning this one. It sails out of bounds, and they'll spot it right at the 20. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. Cousins now to throw on first down. Toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game, and that was a big talk both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them holding them under 200 today.
Cousins throw taken in by Hockenson here. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. 10 yards, and it's good for a Viking first down.
Well, those are the types of plays they probably wish they had made more of in the first 3 quarters. And this deficit going to be tough to overcome here in the fourth. But a nice first down and a pickup on that throw.
Yeah, and this is where as coaches, you're looking for effort and execution. Even though the scoreboard is going against you, you want to find out who's going to fight, who's going to scrap, who's going to keep their heads up and continue to play.
I don't care what sport you're playing. Everyone likes to build up a little momentum, don't they? And look at this, back-to-back completions to the big target at tight end.
That one not as profitable as the other, but still a decent gain.
Just a yard to go here on second down.
They'll throw again. Cousins.
Swinging this out wide here for Cook.
And he's out of bounds just before the midfield stripe at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Throwing is Cousins. And the screen unsuccessfully dropped it. It's been that kind of a day so far throwing the football. It just seems like nothing going right offensively.
Yeah, it's a catch that should have been made, pure and simple. And look, everything else that goes into running a good pass route, throw it all out if you don't catch the ball.
Been that kind of game throwing the football so far. Nothing going right offensively. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Cousins. Open man, he's got him. The tight end, Hockenson. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 39. It's a gain of 11 as the Vikings pick up the first.
Well, whenever you call and run the hitch route, a lot of times that ball's got to be in the air before the receiver even turns around. That's the result of throwing it so many times in practice. Is really a timing route. Make sure that ball's out of your hands, and oftentimes the receiver turns around, and there's the ball. Nice completion there.
Oh, going for Jefferson downfield.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
That was a nice job defensively. You could almost see him going through the coaching points. Adjust, find the football, knock it away. Well executed.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins.
Throw caught there by Osborne.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give him that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
To the air again, it's Cousins. Setting up the screen for Cook. And one more time.
And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line.
I'm not sure that that was necessarily a safety valve or a check down throw on third down. Sometimes just try and find the open guy and get him the ball. He did exactly that and found a way to pick up a first down.
Cousins on first down. Dalvin Cook now catches on back-to-back plays. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down. Again, it's Cousins. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
He did an okay job of absorbing the hit, just couldn't secure the football through the catch.
And he was right there on the spot and forced the incompletion. That's something defenders work on all the time. If you're there, make the contact, but continue to work your way through the receiver so that you can't possess the football and turn it into a catch.
Cousins from the gun on third. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Another good completion on the drive as the Vikings have a first down.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the number one receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Cousins now. Right side, it's the tight end, Hockenson. And the Vikings are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
That's a good effort there after the catch. He looked the ball in and then tried to get it to the goal line. What a nice tackle to get him down. But they're set up well now. 1st and goal at the 1.
Cousins again. And it's caught in the end zone for the Viking touchdown by Justin Jefferson. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Vikings are finally into the end zone here in this 4th quarter.
1st and goal, forget running the football, forget establishing anything. Just put it in the end zone with the pass for a touchdown.
Oh, yeah, I guess that's the definition of catching the defense off guard there. They weren't expecting that.
And that totally goes against type, doesn't it? When you think 1st and goal from the 1, you're thinking running play.
So they're able to throw it in for the 2-point conversion. Sometimes that can be a risky play, but they got it.
Yeah, you always have to be careful here because if you do get it intercepted, it's returned by the defense, that's 2 points for them. But he identified an open target and put it right on him.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this one's going to be covered up by the Packers hands team. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. The Vikings going to signal for the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with just 70 seconds left to go in the game. The Green Bay offense ready to take over.
And checking the timeouts, they do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. An inside give to Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Jones. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. The Vikings going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with just over a minute to go in the game. Off the option, it's Jones. And they'll bring him down 1 yard shy after a pickup of 4.
So many things go into making a good play on defense. In this situation, just not being blown out of the way was a big start, and then a nice tackle to finish things off.
They'll run for it with Dillon. And they are going to stop him on 4th and 1 as they'll wind up going backwards. A first down throw for Cousins. He's going to let it fly. And that one incomplete, but now a penalty flag coming in late. That might be PI. After the penalty, a fresh set of downs. It's 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. He's going to get this one down to Cook. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. So it's all over. A Green Bay victory. And it was a bit of a strange game. They were held scoreless through the entire second half, but their first half output, that's enough to carry them to victory.
And that's an odd game to watch, isn't it? Because when we saw the output in the first half, you think to yourself, okay, they've got something working here. They know what they're doing. They'll continue that along. But instead, it's goose eggs in the second half. Fortunately, enough of a cushion and enough defense to carry them home.